much can RBI hold US dollar? I mean, what is their strength? How much they will keep buying if the dollar keeps coming in? Will they continuously keep buying, or is there a cutoff level when RBI will say, okay, I don't want to buy? Because even RBI is pumping out so much of giving out rupee then, right, in the system.
True. So when RBI is buying too much, they are pumping in the rupee in the system, or if they are buying in the forward market, they are artificially pumping out the forward premium. There, then we have to look at one more number, which is real effective exchange rate. So, if RBI is not buying and they allow dollar rupee to go to 70 or 71, you will see the overvaluation of rupee against, let's take 40 currency basket, trade weighted basket, real effective exchange rate. Okay, this is the July number. It's at 104.30. This base is very recent base, 2015-16. So dollar rupee is overvalued by 4.30%. Now this is trade weighted against 40 currencies, inflation adjusted FX rate, which basically shows your competitiveness in the global market. So if RBI is not, why RBI is holding on? Because if they do not do, there are two risks which there are. One, India will lose the competitiveness in the international market. Second, there will be an extreme amount of volatility. If rupee goes to 65, if they do not intervene, rupee will go to 65, 60, and when it has to depreciate from 60, it will go to 100. Something which happens in Turkey, which happens in Latin countries, which has happened many times in the past. If you see the currency crises of the world, which has happened in the last 40 years, many of those have happened in the Latin American countries. So after their depreciation, they get lots of foreign inflows, they become complacent, and then suddenly it hits that it's not your money which you are enjoying. It's foreigners' money. There are times to repay. And then the whole, the currency depreciates. So now coming to the RBI's pattern of intervention, to answer your question, let's look again at the reserve, the way RBI has built it. See the reserve, 470 billion to 642 billion in 1 year and 5 months. In 17 months, they have bought $170 billion. This RBI has a very strong reserve. They have not allowed rupee to appreciate, because most of these central bankers know very well now, as Chinese central bank also commented some time back, that this dollar will go back. This is the dollar which is coming to the country is not your money. It's a speculative flow. If you are an investor in London, an individual investor, and how can you invest in India? How can you do the carry trade? You can simply do the forward selling. Essentially, what you are doing is you are getting the carry, the difference between the two countries' interest rates. So there is so many hedge funds, so many speculators who are there in the market. Dollar rupee now is a very, very global currency. It's one of the top trading currency in London as of now. In the recent years, it has become one of the top trading emerging market currency in London. And as volume has shot up. Why? Because RBI has allowed Indian banks to quote in NDF market, etc., etc. So there is a better linkage now with the NDF market and Indian market, and hence there are a good amount of trading which happens in INR. So the volatility will increase, and in my opinion, RBI will be aggressive because it shows their pattern. They have been aggressive. Another problem is there, if they are not aggressive and rupee goes to 71, then they will have forex loss in their books. As an RBI, Reserve Bank of India, they are holding so much of foreign currency. They bought from the market, let's say at 73. Now you are at 71. So you have 2 rupee loss on $642 billion. If RBI has lost, then RBI cannot transfer their profit to their shareholders, which is the government. Government is looking for dividend from RBI, from the transfer of funds from RBI as a profit to manage the fiscal deficit. RBI will not be able to do it if the rupee appreciates too much. So RBI honestly will not be unhappy if rupee goes to 75, 76, and they can do their valuation, they can show some more profit and transfer a bit of fund to government. Honestly, they are trying to control the volatility. If they are not there in the market, if we will go to 65, then again it will be in the hands of speculators completely.
Right. Right.
So that way they are just trying to control. If rupees depreciate, they are not trying to artificially prop it up to 75 or 76. They're just changing the pace, nothing else. They allowed 73, right? They didn't.
Right.
They allowed 73, and they one table I do not have today, but I can send to everyone, where you have to see how it is performing. I see how it is performing on daily, weekly, monthly, annually, and 3 yearly basis against the peers. So that also you will see very interesting trend. You know, if rupee has appreciated more on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, then you know that it will not appreciate that much going forward. It tries to catch up with the peers and tries to get its own position, which is amongst the BRICS, BRICS, that is Brazil, Russia, Indonesia, India, Turkey, South Africa. Obviously, amongst the BRICS countries, India is most well placed.